Good by Adden Wright.
Good man-to-man pressure here early.
There's Paul Atkinson, the transfer from Yale, scoring the first Irish basket of the season. 13 to go in large part to the grad transfer from Yale, Paul Atkinson.
And Corey, for as disappointed as you are in yourself, I'm even more so.
I can imagine. I let you down.
Block shot by Atkinson into the hands of Goodwin. 11:13 remaining first half. Prentice Hub has his first points.
And honestly, you know, what we've seen so far, the shooting numbers will come down. I think it's something that Notre Dame's going to have to get used to. Beautiful five.
Players didn't play as many games as they do now. There was freshman ineligibility. Great slip to the basket by Paul Atkinson. Kentucky tried to jump the pass out to the right side, to the short side of the floor.
Ryan dumps it down for the dunk for Atkinson.
Boy, just a
Atkinson, beautiful hook shot out of the double team.
And they're too important to this offense to really have a combined 8 points in any game.
Atkinson, count it, plus the foul.
Well, this is just beautiful offense. Again, break it down.
Here's Paul Atkinson. Good one. Prentice Hub with the finish. Hub, who just scored this deuce.
And look at this play. Atkinson showing off some mobility, who continues to shoot the ball well from the perimeter.
Notre Dame up to 10 threes and one huge slam. Blake Wesley brings the house down.
They don't need him to score, but if he can do things like that, then they're in business.
And Atkinson answers for Notre Dame at the other end.
You want to run, but you don't want to get ahead of yourself.
Atkinson on Gigi Berea. Easy layup with the left hand for the former Ivy League Player of the Year, Dan.
Feels like it's only a matter of time, and multiple threes in 13 of their 15 games. Tight squeeze to get that pass in. Tough finish by Atkinson. Wow.
18.7 points per game out there with all the veterans. Mike Bray is always quick to point out that Prentice Hub has been like a big brother to him. Leschewski scores on the block. A lean on Goodwin. Irish have gone through Atkinson a lot offensively tonight. Stayed down, got Aluma in the air and finishes.
Notre Dame shifted to a zone there. I expect we'll see a lot of that. You know, Mike Bray's employed about half and half of zone man.
Atkinson throws it down.
Talented freshman has made his presence known. Nice find here by Range.
9 of 13 for the Cards. Irish with the basketball first to begin the second half. Inside they go to Paul Atkinson. The basket plus the...
And Notre Dame, because of how well they shoot it, a hard team to zone, but...
He just goes out and gets it on his own without you having to call his number.
Irish's first possession inside of the big man Atkinson to tie it up.
The second chance opportunities early on, that's been the story.
Hanging in the air, Paul Atkinson puts it up and in. Inside to Atkinson, great spin, back-to-back buckets for Paul Atkinson. Virginia on a 7-0 run, but Paul Atkinson has answered with back-to-back baskets to put Notre Dame back up by 4.
Looking for so far tonight, but a lot of basketball left in this one.
Yeah, I don't believe they've seen it from any of the guys that watch it. Of course, a lot of prospects.
Prentice Hub with a sweet dish to Atkinson, and they're on their feet here in South Bend.
Do a lot of offensive rebounding. Irish scored just 43 points in the loss. That's Atkinson with a rim bender. Couldn't finish off the 4-point play on top of the rim. Atkinson elevates and slams it. Well, here it is. I mean, this is just the basic stuff you miss. And this is a great look up the floor by Prentice Hub. Terrific finish.
Got to go in. It's got to come out. You've got to move that defense around.
Here's Wirtz now off the drive. Feeds Atkinson for the big two-hand flush. And NC State immediately to some pressure. And there's the turnover. Smith lost it, though, trying to collect and score. Here's Hub for Goodwin. Bounce pass. Atkinson the flush.
Well defensively in a long time under Mike Bray.
And it's because they're not elite offensively. Nice dish down low. Paul Atkinson does a good job of playing before the catch.
The Dre Davis miss.
It's a lost art. The low post touch. It wasn't.
Let's see if they play more through Atkinson with the three-point shot. Not there. They do. And a chance for a three-point play.
When he lines it up, I think it's going in.
Miscommunication on the defensive end. An easy lay-in for Trey Work. Atkinson, the feed to Ryan and one.
Okay, so you got the high ball screen here. Karnak's now out defending. He tries to recover. And when it gets to Atkinson, that late rotation, this is a highly athletic group that is very shifty, that is very aggressive. Notre Dame can't keep guys in front. They can't get stops.
Atkinson nearly lost it. The basket +1. And if that's on Karnak, it's his fourth. On Karnak, mark it down. 12:21 to go in the second half. James Karnak picks up number 4.
All 4 of his three-point attempts scoring on the interior to start our game. Atkinson off the glass, and he's going to the line. The open, and this is a great look. He just kind of gets lost behind, and Linus Williams late getting over it. It's a cheap foul. Atkinson in there with the 3 personals, trying to work on Walton. Reversing field and laying it up and in. He really wanted to turn over that left shoulder. Walton was sitting right there.
Beautifully. He's another guy on this offense that has the green light to let it fly. He needs something. Atkinson going to work. And back to the free throw line goes the Yale transfer.
Rebounds in the first half. Catches the ball at the elbow, sees the one-on-one. I mean, the man has only had 8 games this year. He hasn't had any turnovers. He's best in the nation in assist-turnover ratio.
How about the 2 guards who've been quiet all night?
Down. So if you're Notre Dame, you really want to get out, try to build this lead, because eventually some of those shots will start to fall.
Atkinson going to work on Howard, and the biggest lead for Notre Dame at 11.
Continue to do what you've been doing.
Usher gave the turnover right back. Atkinson.
Just 3 off a career high. Atkinson, nice cut by Ryan. Wesley doesn't bite on the shot fake, contested jumper. And what a defensive sequence there, Jordan, by Notre Dame.
And that fuels his team, because then you can get out and chase stuff like that.
Seems like the Notre Dame offense goes so much better when Atkinson is in the game, and there he made a great high-low look. You can't just have all the coaches riding the players. You got to pick and choose your times to do that.
Blake Wesley on a rack attack.
Kevin Luman now checking back in the game, but they can play through those 2 players.
On the slam, Atkinson with a nice answer to cut it back to 10 on the dunk.